Geometry, Mr. Fleur. This is lesson 16 from Unit 5, surface area and volume. 16.1, the warm-up is going to be to maximize area. The zoo wants to give the elephants as much space as possible in a rectangular enclosure meant for feeding. The zoo has 180 feet of fencing. Which of the dimensions be of the rectangle? Be prepared to show your reasoning. So the goal here is we want to make the biggest area possible, and we only have 180 feet of fence to do it. So I'm just going to try a couple different things. I have a rectangle, and I have 180 yards of fence to make this. So I need the dimensions to add up to 180. If I did, let's see, if I did 30 and 30, that'd be 60. 60 and 60 is 120. So 120 and the 60, that'll add up to 180. The area of this rectangle is 30 times 60. 3 times 6 is 18, so it's going to be 18 with the 2 zeros. So the area of this rectangle would be 1800. Is that the biggest possible area? Well, let me try a different one. Again, I have 180 yards of fence. Let's say I used 10 yards on one side, so that's 20. So I would need the other two to be 80. So 80 and 80 is 160, 170, 180. So it adds up to 180. The area of this enclosure, again, I'm still using the 180 feet of fence. This area would be 80 times 10, which would be 800. So this area would be less than this one, so I don't want one like this. What if I use something like weird looking, like an extremely long enclosure? Let's say I had these both be 1 and let's see, these would both have to be 89 then. Right, because 89 plus 1 is 90. 90 and the 90 will give me the 180. The area of this would be 1 times 89, which is 89. So that's really small. This seems to be the biggest one. And it seems like the closer these things get to each other, the bigger the area is getting. So I'm going to try, let's do like a 40. Let's see, if I let these both be 40. These would need to be 50 because then I have 90 and 90, which is 180. The area of this is going to be 50 times 40, which is 2,000. So this is the biggest one so far, and it seems like the closer the dimensions get to each other, the bigger the area is getting. So based on that, I'm just going to see if I can make a square, because a square is a type of rectangle. It's a special type of rectangle. If I make it 45 by 45, that'll give me the 180 yards of fence, or excuse me, 180 feet of fence. And if I find the area of that, 45 times 45, or 45 squared, is 2,025. And it seems like that's got to be the biggest one, because this is a square, and the closer you get to a square, right? This was like very far from a square, but then we got closer and closer to a square, and the areas got bigger and bigger and bigger.